Biden grins, and it's proof of a crime. Donald Trump commits crimes, and they need to be excused, ignored, and waved away as rhetoric. This is Joe Brandon. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he's kind of a big deal, and he's going to do something that people are going to be upset with, and it's just a thing. Okay, ready?
Mr. President, can you tell us, sir, Donald Trump refers to himself as a political prisoner and blames you directly. What's your response to that, sir?
Look at that.
Do you think the conviction will have an
impact? That is disturbing. He's incredibly old and incredibly old. But that smirk, it's silly, it's ridiculous, but I'm glad it's there. This is a good move. It's so stupid.
Do you think the conviction will have an impact on the campaign? We'd love to hear your thoughts, sir.
Should he be on the ballot, sir?
And then he just kind of leaves. So, as you can imagine, the right is taking that video very calmly, very chill. They're just saying, well, it's a facial expression, nothing to worry about. Wrong. No, they think that that's proof that he did it on purpose, that he was behind the whole scheme. You see, folks, that smirk right there was proof positive that Joe Brandon was responsible for the DOJ witch hunt prosecution, kangaroo court that just happened to Trump. And that's something we can't allow, folks. The smile, that face, proves that we're right. Here we go. President Biden's smirk says it all. This was a politically motivated prosecution.
Guilty smirk.
Guilty smirk. Right. The representative, official, literal, elected official right there, Mr. Mark Green, is saying that that's what proof is. Says, oh, this was a politically motivated prosecution. Facial expressions are now going to be allowed in court, I think, according to this guy, maybe. I don't know. What are we going for here? This doesn't mean anything. He just smiles. Man, there's no
evidence isn't proof. Smirks are.
Right. That's the point. Oops, I didn't have it up on screen because I'm dumb and bad at this job. So yeah, Representative Mark Green, specifically right there, says this was a politically motivated prosecution because of the smile, the facial expressions prove our point. Evidence proves your point, Mr. Mark Green. Have you got any? No, you don't. Evidence is a whole thing. This leads back to me suggesting that Trump's fans are the deranged ones. Trump is deranged, and the people who vote for him and follow him are the ones with a syndrome. Okay? Trump promises to be a dictator on day one, and I'm not supposed to pay attention to that. He says, I'll be a dictator on day one.
All facial expressions are political.
All facial expressions are political. It's true. All things that are political are not crimes. And so when Donald Trump does things and says things, I'm supposed to ignore those things. The right tells me that I'm over-politicizing his words, and when he says he's going to be a dictator on day one, I'm crazy for pointing it out. When he suggests that he's going to deport 15 million people, and it gets bigger every time he says it, 16 million, 17 million, 18 million, the number keeps going up.
All politics are facial expressions.
All politics are facial expressions, yes. When he promises to deport 15 million people, I'm not supposed to pay attention to that. That's just him talking a big game. He's just being a cool guy. He's just being a tough guy, riling up the base, and it's not really going to happen. It's not important. It's not really there. There's nothing to worry about, Waldo. Why are you politicizing everything? Why am I politicizing the words and actions of Donald Trump? But the right is politicizing a facial expression. Honestly, the right gets to politicize smiling faces. Smiling faces are political, but the words and actions of Donald Trump, not political. So yeah, let's read a quote from Mr. Donald Trump. A massive fraud of this type and magnitude allows for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. Our great founders did not want and would not condone false and fraudulent elections. Donald Trump says that we need to abandon the Constitution temporarily, just for a little bit, so that he can win the election of 2020. Stop listening to the rules, stop paying attention to the law, stop bringing up all the things that are written down, ignore those things so that he can win. And I point that out as dangerous, terrible rhetoric, the words that he says. I'm a crazy person who has Trump derangement syndrome. But I honestly think that he is deranged for saying so. And the people who support him are the ones with the syndrome. I'm just supposed to ignore that and chalk it up as rhetoric that's not important. So, Waldo, that's just tough guy talk. He can't really do it, Waldo. Why are you making a big deal out of it? Well, it is a big deal. You know what's not a big deal? Fucking smirk.
So little diaper baby lost, so that means we tear down the walls for his tantrums.
Right. And when he gets found guilty in a court of law, we tear everything down, we break everything, we throw everything away. The system is broken, it cannot be functioning. And proof of that is in a smirk. Honestly, Biden grins, and it's proof of a crime. Donald Trump commits crimes, and they need to be excused, ignored, and waved away as rhetoric and bluster. But Biden's facial expressions are proof and need to be taken seriously. The words and actions.
Nowhere in the 10 Commandments does it say you can't steal an election.
Right, good call. Where's the law says I can't? Donald Trump's actions and words are to be ignored, but Biden's facial expressions, those are important. Those are proof positive. Those are the things that we need to pay attention to. It irritates me. It drives me nuts that the half our country is going to vote for Donald Trump. Maybe not half, but like 30% or something like that are going to vote for Trump. And they're going to believe the things that he says. They're going to believe the feelings that he has putting forward. His feelings are important, and lawful facts, well, that's not important. The Constitution, not a big deal. The laws on the books, not a big deal. Ignore those to help Trump's feelings. And that's what just keeps happening over and over and over again. That's what this is. This hurts their feelings. This grin right here hurts their feelings, and they want to break your government because of it. That's it. That's the whole thing. They want to break your government. They want to break your society because their feelings are hurt. Everything is political, and all politics are based on feelings. I mean, it becomes more and more true every day.